Turbo Heat Welding Tools celebrates its 10th anniversary in providing the #1 heat welding tools on the market. Turbo Heat Welding Tools exceeds the standards set for tools in the industry and continues to reach a higher plane. We design tools to meet the demands of today's flooring industry. Our tools have been proven by users to increase productivity by 50%. The Master Turbo Groover is unique not only in its ergonomic design, but also because it has a front and rear grooving blade. The front tracking wheel guides this tool, making for a smooth and simplified groove. The Master Turbo Groover has 4 blade sizes available: 3, 4, 5, and 6 mm, with the standard 4 mm blade factory installed. By aligning the front tracking wheel into the seam of the flooring, it is simply a matter of pushing down with slight pressure and moving the Master Turbo Groover forward. You can groove the flooring all the way up to the wall, stopping about 1 inch from the wall. By simply reversing the Master Turbo Groover and aligning the tracking wheel, push forward to the end of the wall, utilizing the rear grooving blade to finish the groove. Creating circles and curves is as easy as removing the rear wheels and blade. Using 2 hands to keep it flat, follow the seam to create the desired effect. The Master Turbo Groover is the only groover in the world able to perform this function. Turbo Heat Welding Tools has designed a brand new tool specifically for Flash Cove. Our Turbo Cove Groover grooves in any direction, and the grooving process can start at any place on the cove. This tool is designed for Flash Cove grooving only and is not intended for flat or floor work. The following actions are recommended for a perfectly grooved cove. Place the TCG with the landing face flush to the surface and the guide fin inside the seam. The TCG handle should be at a 90-degree angle to the surface. Press the TCG down and groove towards the floor. Reverse the Turbo Cove Groover and reposition it so the landing face is flush to the surface and the guide fin inside the seam. Again, the handle must be at a 90-degree angle to the surface. Proceed by pressing the TCG down and groove up the seam. The redesigned Turbo Marmo Groover set is used to groove linoleum, marmoleum, and marmoret type flooring. These tools groove down to the jute backing as required by the flooring manufacturers. The Turbo Marmo Groover has 20 patents throughout the world. These newly redesigned groovers are made of an extremely strong and high-impact material and again show how Turbo Heat Welding Tools continues its drive for better and more efficient tool design and function. Using the Turbo Marmo Groover 1, make the first pass by setting the front tracking wheel onto the seam. You simply groove the flooring right up to the wall, stopping about 1 inch from the wall. 2 3.5 mm blades are used for this operation. To finish the groove to the wall, simply reverse the Turbo Marmo Groover, placing the tracking wheels into the groove already cut and groove the remaining distance to the wall. Again, note how the groover is lifted up at a sharp angle to finish the groove. There is no need to preheat the seam before using the Turbo Marmo Groovers. All of the cuttings will be retained in the reservoir within the handle. To empty, simply lift up the back end of the handle and dump out the cuttings. Use the Turbo Marmo Groover 2 following the same procedure as before to finish the groove. A single 2.5 mm blade is used for this operation. In order to obtain a proper groove in linoleum type flooring, you need to make 2 passes. The Turbo Marmo Groover 1 cuts the first groove down about 60% of the groove. The Turbo Marmo Groover 2 grooves the rest of the way to the jute. This ensures the maximum sealing capability of the weld rod as recommended by the flooring manufacturers. By removing the rear wheels and blade, the Turbo Marmo Groover 1 and 2 are capable of grooving circles and curves. You may already be familiar with the electric groover and know how noisy and dusty it is to groove flooring. You also have to worry about replacing the expensive blades if this type of groover is used on uneven floors. Turbo groovers are far superior to the electric groovers. The turbo tip is designed for use at maximum temperature, thus allowing for a faster and more efficient weld to take place. 4 round tips, 3, 4, 5, and 6 millimeter, and a triangular tip are available. Because of its patented design and the specially designed preheat hole, the turbo tip works extremely well on flash coving without scorching the floor covering. Turbo tips are also ideal for welding inside and outside corners. Using a pair of pliers, the hot turbo tip can be turned 180 degrees to adjust for flat surface welding. The turbo tip's design allows for a smooth and quick welding application. The application is enhanced by using the turbo roller guide for a faster and more controlled weld. A definite fatigue saver. Competitive products cannot function efficiently at a high temperature without scorching the flooring. They are much more difficult to control for an acceptable weld. The Super Turbo nozzle is the premier welding nozzle. It has patents in both Europe and the USA and is uniquely designed to preheat the flooring surface using multiple preheating jets. This revolutionary nozzle has to be correctly aligned to the floor surface. In order to do that, it must be used with the turbo roller guide and cannot be used freehand. This Super Turbo nozzle welds 10 feet per minute, making it the fastest welding nozzle in the world. It is designed to be operated from 350 to 600 degrees Celsius. Turbo Heat Welding Tools is proud to announce the brand new Turbo Precision Nozzle, designed specifically for use on heat-sensitive flooring materials with a urethane finish. It comes in the 4.5 millimeter standard round tip, a 5.7 millimeter triangular tip, and a 3 millimeter round tip. The Turbo Precision nozzle is designed so the preheating nozzles heat only into the grooved area without heating the heat-sensitive surface. It must be used in combination with our Turbo Roller Guide to ensure a quality weld without surface heat damage. Competitive nozzles are not designed for urethane surfaces and will burn the surface of the groove. In order to not damage the work surface, when the turbo roller guide and soldering element are not in use, set into the position shown here. You can increase your productivity by using the Turbo Caddy because it comes with our Super Turbo nozzle and a Leister gun with a digital screen. The Turbo Caddy comes in its own case and is easily assembled on the job site. The unit only needs to preheat for about 5 minutes and then it's ready for use. This knee-saving automatic welder works with round, half-round, and on linoleum and urethane finished floors. It comes with a standard round 4.5 millimeter nozzle and can weld seams from 7 foot or longer. The Turbo Caddy works on urethane, vinyl, and linoleum type flooring, as well as with half-round rods, and can be used with all of the turbo nozzles. Once a weld has been made and is cooled for at least 1 hour, the final step is to skive it. Our turboplane uses 2 blades, thus allowing a single pass to be made over the cooled weld rod area. Again, it is ergonomically designed for comfort and safety. Setting the blades is very easy to do, and once they are set on the work surface to be planed, they will give a high-quality, flat seam. Other planes are not as easily adjustable and do not give a smooth and finished surface, and they leave black tool marks on the flooring. When you purchase our turbo heat welding tools, you get our 30-day money-back guarantee. If you are not 100% satisfied, simply return them for a full refund, less shipping and handling. You are also getting a lifetime warranty on all your turbo tools. Call us at 877-US-TURBO. That's 877-878-8726. Or you can email us at leo@turboheatweldingtools.com. Let us make your kneel-down experiences more pleasant and productive.